Welcome to the top of the morning show. It's your girl TT from the D. Happy Monday, everybody. I hope that you are ready for an amazing week. I understand that relationships are everything, and we got to take the good with the bad and bad with the good, if that makes any sense. But this morning, we're going to talk about why you might be stuck in an unhappy relationship and you can't walk away. What does that look like? Is that something that sounds familiar to you? One thing it could be, number one, is you might have fear of being alone. Some people just cannot be by themselves. They think they can't, but they really can. And they would really, really learn what makes them happy and not happy if they took time to just be by themselves. But for some reason, people have this fear of being alone. The thought of living in the space by themselves, going on, out to dinner or going to events, showing up alone, like it's not okay to be alone. And it is. Let me tell you, the best person that you could actually be in a relationship with, first and foremost, is you. Because you need to know what makes you happy, what doesn't make you happy, what you'll accept, what you won't accept, what brings you joy, what brings you misery. And breaking free from an unhappy relationship is the opportunity to really do this, to start over from ground zero and build your way through. Number two, you've invested time and effort. So you like, I ain't about to let her go and then some other guy get her after all I did. You ladies, I ain't about to give up him and then some other woman come and get all the work I've done. Like, what? First of all, we are not property. Let's be clear. Fellas, she don't belong to you. She is not your property. Ladies, he do not belong to you. He is not your property. We are our own people. We have the right to come and go. If it's not working and you know you invested time, y'all you had a grown conversation to get into the relationship. Have a grown conversation to exit the relationship. It don't have to be all this negativity or ignorance or vindictiveness. It just doesn't have to be that way, right? Walking away don't have to be as difficult. It's going to be hurtful if you genuinely care and love each other. But don't you think if you love each other, you would love one another more than you hate each other by letting each other be free and finding peace rather than staying together and hating each other's guts? And then the other part to that, you may very well be keeping her from that guy that God said is for her. And you may be keeping him from that girl that God said is for him. So you got to do each other a favor. If you know this is not going nowhere, exit, move on. Tomorrow's another day, and I promise it'll come if you're ready to live it. Number three, you cling to hope that things will get better. Now, ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I hope that your relationships are gonna work itself out. If it's something minute and small, it can be worked out. If it's something that you like, what in a lifetime special is this? And we ain't going past this. We can't get over this hump. We can't get around this and we can't get through it. Friend, be mature. Be mature. Act like you play Monopoly. Go around the board and pass go. Recognize when hope is gone. Because what ends up happening is you end up hurting each other. You end up resenting each other. Yet you knew you should have exited stage left a long time ago, but you in for the win, and I'm all right with that. Now, if you and try counseling, therapy, all that, and I'm not talking about counseling from your girlfriend or your mama or your daddy or your brother or your sister. I'm talking about a licensed therapist. There's nothing wrong with one. Don't let nobody tell you that there's something wrong with getting therapy because it's not. It's actually beneficial and therapeutic. Now, this one right here, number five, you gonna worry about what everybody else gonna think. What the people at church gonna be feeling like, And the neighbors gonna be thinking like, you right. The neighbors at church gonna be like, about time. The neighbors gonna be like, damn, about time. I understand nobody likes to be judged. Nobody likes to be pointed out. But your happiness is a part of your mental health and your mental well-being. And that's way more important than the people that don't give a hoot nanny about you anyway, poking pride and being nosy, because they going to keep on talking whether you give them something to talk about good or not. So do you. Don't worry about them. Number 6, you financially are dependent on her. You financially are dependent on him. I can't go nowhere because she on work. She got a child. We got a child, or we got children. She can't take care of herself or the kids. I can't go nowhere because he takes care of everything. He take care of me and the kids, and what I'm gonna do. You gonna get a job. I don't care if you gotta work at Walmart. Hi, welcome to Walmart. I don't give a hoot nanny. I don't care. And you might be like, it's easy for you to say, TT. Well, I'm one of those people. It was hard for me to just say, yo, let my husband be my husband financially, doing certain things or whatever. I came into the relationship like we gonna split everything down the middle, because that's what I was raised to think and believe. I cannot tell you how many times my husband had told me over the years in the beginning of our marriage, like, let me be your husband to help take care of you, provide for you on every playing field. I know you are independent, but that's why I'm here. And I'm like, oh. And I finally got to the place, y'all, where I could really feel like, you know what? Let me go and let my husband be my husband on all levels. On a serious note, I said, go on and let your husband be your husband, the leader of this family, the man who you chose to lead you, who you allowed to give your last name. Go on and let him be who he is ordained to be, destined to be, according to God's plan. I know it can be tough when you're learning or you've been raised a certain way, but sometimes, ladies, and I'm really talking to my ladies on this one, we have to unlearn some things we were taught by people who raised us, who were hurt or didn't have someone who was a leader because they were not the type of man that you would ever see yourself being with. Let that marinate with you for just a second and do with it what you may. Number 7, the next on the list, you don't want to hurt your partner. Well, damn it, did you know you're already hurting them by staying? They are miserable. You know they're miserable. You are miserable. They know you're miserable. What are you doing? Well, I don't want to cause them any pain. You're already doing that. You guys are unhappy. You know it. We know it. Y'all not saying nothing. We not blind. Like, what is we doing? Come on. But staying in a relationship out of pity is not fair either. And to be honest about your feelings is going to be way more respected than to be dishonest. Okay? Here's one that you might be like, I don't think so, T2. Who you talking to? You have low self-esteem. When you lack confidence and self-esteem, it's easy to believe you don't deserve better. You can't have no better. Nobody wants you. What? Or if you are in a relationship with a man or a woman, because it goes both ways, it's a two-way street. It's a south and a north, a east and a west to this. Those are lies. That is a lie. I bind that up. The devil is a liar. Surround yourself with people who will speak life into you, sis. Surround yourself that will yourself around people who will speak life into you, bro. Don't keep on looking at people to rescue you when you really don't want to be rescued. And this is my last one. And this one, ooh, baby, I ain't seen this one. You lost your identity. And it's common to lose sight of who you are when you're in these relationships and you trying to be everything he needs you and wants you to be. Everything she needs you and wants you to be. What about you? Who are you? And I know reconnecting with yourself can be difficult when you get so lost in, I am his wife. That's, oh, that's so and so wife. Like you ain't got a name. When people do that, I'm like, yeah, I'm TT. Back in the day, right? People know who I am now. I'm my own woman, right? I said another word. I ain't gonna say that on here because I know some kids could be listening. But it starts with the B and it ends with an H. Yeah, I watered it down. I'm my own woman, right? I know who I am. I know what I want. My husband knows who he is. He knows what he wants. He is his own man. I am my own woman, but together we are unstoppable. And you should be like that too. I'm not saying you got to be like me and Swift. No. What I'm saying is be your own woman, be your own man, be your own boy, be your own girl. It's okay to want to make your significant other happy. Yes, by all means. But don't lose yourself in the process, sis. Don't lose yourself in the process, bro. Don't take on their identity and their personality because you want to be like them and mirror them when you are your own person. Where you got to look in the mirror one day and say, who the hell am I? That will never prove to be good for you if that's what you're doing. Well, that's all I got for you on today. I know you're like, that's a lot, TT from the D. I know, I know. But until the next time we leave footprints across the sun, it is your girl, TT from the D, and I'll see you soon.